Alex, we'll start with you if you want.
Alex, PLC.
Hey.
Ralph, how much of an improvement have you seen in performances over the past week?
Oh yeah, I think we spoke about the last 2 games against a very strong side, and we tried in our way to get something there. 70 minutes we were on a winning track, but finally it wasn't enough against a very strong side. But it gives us a feeling that we when we work together, when we are defensively good organized and very disciplined, then it's not so easy to score against us. That's what we have shown. But tomorrow or on Saturday we need more qualities for winning.
And you said you've never experienced anything like that 9-0 defeat in your managerial career, and that you're a better manager because of it. What did you learn from that game?
But after 1 week, still we are discussing about that. This is the first thing I've learned. I don't know if you win the 9-0 that you're always talking that long about such a result. I think it's not surprising thing for me. No, it's a very intensive week, and I think it puts us more together as a club and as a team. I think this is important for us in that moment and in that time of the season. I think it can help us to focus now on the games. We have to deliver results, and this is the most important goal we have in the next weeks.
How much has the mood improved since then?
Yeah, I think we see it very clear what we have to do to defend better, and on the other way, hoping that with a few coming back of injuries like Musa, we get more quality in front, and a combination of both can rise the chance to get better results, and this is what we're looking for.
And given that Everton are only just above you in the league, how important is Saturday's game?
Yeah, every game is now very important because we're under the line in the moment, and this is not a coincidence because we didn't take enough points in the moment. We took points against opponents in our zone of the table. We played against the first 8 clubs so far, I think, and now they're coming the fixtures against the bottom teams. And no, without a doubt, we have to live on our results, and that's what we have to do.
And what will be the key to a win on Saturday?
Yeah, at first we must turn our especially our start in home games, because I think in all the games at home we were in the back so far in the season, and this is something that not really helps your game. Also, the crowd is waiting for a positive start for us. But it's not only about the start; it's about finding the right way to attack, and this was what we were working for this week. Defending the same like in the last 2 games against a strong side. I think we showed that we can defend deep. Sometimes maybe we will press a little bit higher, but in general it must be very committed and our principles following. And this is what we were working for this week.
And what are you expecting from Everton?
Yeah, they also know that it's an important game for them also, and it's in the moment situation, a 6-point game. So for us, important we win. But if they don't lose, then they stay away from us, and this is for sure for them also an important game.
And Cedric has come out and said that he'll be leaving at the end of the season. Is this something you've discussed with him, discussed together?
In the moment, no, because we have other problems, other issues, and I think every discussion about signing or transfer or extending contracts, we stop and put on ice until Christmas, because at first we should all look to focus on our work, and our work on the pitch. I think is necessary to put all the effort in we have.
Will you be sad to see him go?
Again, I don't discuss any player if he's leaving or not. We are discussing about our performance, and I think that makes more sense in the moment.
Okay, and how is he ahead of that game? What's the latest team news? How are the injuries doing?
So far, good. So Musa is back, Cedric is back. They can train with the team, and no more injuries. So we have all the players on board now, and I have more options. And instead of Ryan Bertrand, he's still suspended, and the rest is fit.
And what are you asking for from the home fans on Saturday?
I think we don't have to ask too much. I think we have to deliver, and when we deliver, then we can be sure that they will help us. But at first, it's about us to show up, and it's about us to show a reaction at home and to give them the feeling that we do everything to win this game.
And how will you use the international break? Any days off, or will you just carry on with the hard work?
Is it international break? Yes. Really, I don't focus on the international break at the moment. I have only one focus, and this is Saturday, 3 p.m.
Excellent. If there's no more for the immediate section, we'll move on to the one in Bargo for 10:30 this evening. Start with that then.
Thanks, Stuart. Ralph, how important is it to send the players out in a positive mindset? Because there's obviously you've had a couple of games where you've had to defend a lot. The last home game was the 9-0. The crowd are going to be very on edge as well. How important is it to start fast on the front foot?
It's important to have a good start. If it's on the front foot or not, it's not so interesting. I think it's important that we know that if you put the same effort in the game like we did against Man City twice, we rise the chance to take something. It's a home game. We have to come out very, very aggressive and motivated, and I'm sure the guys will be. The team that gets the trust and they will start, they will put everything in the pitch. I'm sure. And when they are that committed and with conviction playing the football, then I think we have a not so bad chance to win this game. It's still a Premier League game. We have a strong opponent, but we must do everything to win there.
Do you sense any nerves around the team going back out at home? I think lost 9-0 last time.
I don't know. I think the players don't care anymore about this result. I think they know that it is gone. They know that we had shown a reaction twice, a good reaction when I speak about the last game, about the last Premier League game. But it's about us to show that we can win home games. The last one we won is a long time ago, and we must be sure that we can win games at home, and therefore we must score in the moments we have chances, and also must have a longer time a clean sheet. And this is, I think, the important thing is to find a good balance of attacking early, of pressing high, or of attacking them, but also being not exposed in the back. And when we have a good balance, I think we showed also against a strong team like City that we can score and we can defend well.
Will you still be happy to pick Cedric, given he's obviously said that he's going to leave at the end of the season?
I would pick every player who helps me. So it's not about they have a contract here. It's not a coincidence that they are with us. Maybe because they are good enough. And as long as they are here, I trust every player. And when a player shows me that he's in good shape, then he's hardly welcome to help us. And if he's not back after injuries, then it's a good sign, because then I have one more option on this position.
Do you worry about this in more general sense becoming a distraction? Because obviously Cedric said he's going, you've got Pierre's contract, who's your captain, running down as well. Do you worry that this is in their minds at all?
No. They're professionals, and I think they both know that we only have to discuss something if you stay in the league. And if not, it's not about discussing the new contract. So I think the first thing we had to do is make it clear that we stay in the league. And to do so, we should win games. And I think I don't need more as a goal on the weekend to have the chance to get 3 points. If I have this, it doesn't care about extending contract or something like that. It's about winning.
When you first arrived, you were very bold, brave. Your philosophy was brave, and Southampton in a set, I mean, very basic. They got out of trouble playing quite nice football. Because of what's happened this season, do you feel you have had to change, or do you feel you want to go down the same path but more strongly, or do you feel you need to be more conservative and change your own philosophy about the best way to escape from a problem?
It's a good question. I think brave is good, and we always try to be brave. Also this season, brave can help you to surprise the opponent sometimes. But in the moment you are struggling yourself, brave can also help you to get disorganized and find and out of balance. And I think after all results we had so far in the season, we had moments after the wins away we were feeling strong, and it's normal that after a few results not so good that you are struggling. And we are speaking about a 9-0. We always forget that we were one man down after 10 minutes. So it was also a game where we started very brave, but you're right. We should try to follow this track, what we started together, and when the players are convinced what they can play and what they have shown so far, then we also can come back in a successful line. But in the moment, it's all about getting the first result, the first win again, because that will help us massively to believe in what we are doing and to believe in our quality. And I think this is something every player needs. Also, a coach needs sometimes a win. And it's not only enough to have a good game against City and being 70 minutes in the lead against a strong side. Sure, that helps a little bit. But in the end, we didn't get anything about one words. And I want to have points and wins and results, and as long as we don't have them, it's normal that the self-confidence is not the highest one.
But do you have self-confidence? Does your self-confidence remain the same?
No, I think I'm absolutely convinced about my team that they can do it better than we did it so far in the home games, and this is what we want to show on the weekend, and therefore I have to pick the best possible team. And yes, we had a few problems with injuries. Musa is back now. He's a big option for the weekend. He's the only guy who brought us in the lead in this season. Yeah, no, the last game was Browsey, but before Musa was the only guy who scored the 1-0 for us in this games. And not put every pressure now on this young guy, but sure, we have then the other quality with him, and I think this is what we will need.
Right. You've mentioned the fixtures you've had so far and played the top 8. Is this next few weeks going to be make or break for your season? The fact you're playing lots of teams around you, yeah, chance to pick up points.
Yeah, I think that we know where the way is going, up or down, and I think we have the chance. So far against these opponents like Brighton and Sheffield, we did it well. I think against the big opponents, we only took 1 point against Man United. And the rest was not so perfect. And I think it's about us to know that we showed last season also that we can take points against the big teams. And I think the game against Man City showed that we didn't do it so bad. So it gives us a little bit self-confidence, a little bit feeling of being also organized and making the opponent difficult to score. But in the end, we also have to do more in the front and create chances more than we did in the last games.
And you've already mentioned your home form. Everton haven't won away since March. There's lots of pressure on Marco Silva being applied from fans, journalists as well. There's going to be a lot of anxiety at St Mary's, probably amongst both sets of supporters and in the dugouts. Is it going to be a question of who handles that pressure better? Who will come out on top?
Yeah, I think the pressure is one thing. I think it's about the willingness to show up at home must be more important for every player. I think if the crowd feels that you invest everything and put everything on the pitch like we did against Man City, then the crowd is there and they will help you. So we will try to put immediately the pace high, and we can do this. We showed this, and this is what we want to do.
Do you feel under any pressure personally with the way the results have gone?
I feel that every one of us needs a win. And this pressure I make myself for all the time I'm working here, 24/7. I feel the pressure, and I want to help the guys to take this win. And we will do everything, every part of every member of my staff and every player to win this game. And this is the pressure we make ourselves, and that's enough. We don't need more.
You mentioned Musa being fit. Obviously, he's made an impact in the games he has played in at Sheffield United and at Brighton. He's someone who will excite the fans, so they'll be happy to see him back in the team.
Yeah, not only they will be happy, me too. Yeah, he's a guy who's. You saw it when he was sub in against City. He had immediately 2-3 fantastic actions with the ball, and it's hard to catch. And I think he gives our game a new part, and we missed it, and I think that can be a booster for us. Yes.
It brings a bit of unpredictability to your team.
Exactly. This is the vocabulary I didn't know, but thanks a lot. I will save it.
The fans have drawn comparisons between Musa and Sadio Mane. Can you understand those comparisons? You see similarities?
Yeah, I know that Sadio was here and made a fantastic development. I hope Musa does the same, because he has good talent and shows the fundamental things from a good offensive player. A fantastic 1-against-1. Hard to catch. If he's that quick, I don't know. Sadio, I think, is very quick. But in the end, it's not about comparing him to Sadio. It's about helping our team. And I think he's not only a good football player, he's also a fantastic character, because from that moment he was back in the team, he was laughing, and that gives you a lift. And I think the players enjoy playing with him in the moment.
Do you think his return and him being able to stay fit for a long period could be the turning point in your season?
Yeah, I hope that he will be fit or stay fit. This is the most important thing. This is why we waited so long to give him the time to recover perfectly. And it seems in the moment that he stays fit. And if he does, that can help us, yes.
Thank you.
Oh.
Afternoon, Ralph. I just want to talk a little bit about PierreEmerick. Played twice at left back, left wing back, as it were, against Manchester City. With Bertrand suspended, will he be once again in consideration for that position?
Yeah, I think he did a good job there. It was a very, very defense job he had to do there against a fantastic player on the wing position, and I think he was very disciplined, good in the duels 1-against-1. And what I like is that he, as a captain, every job you ask him to do, he does it. And this is, for me, really a leader. And this was fantastic for us, really helpful. And sure, he's an option there again. Yeah.
You mentioned previously with all your wide players about how much you care about this 1v1. Could you go into that in a little bit more detail?
Yeah, it depends on the opponent how often you have the defense 1-against-1 or the offensive one. You would like to have more offensive 1-against-1. But it was also clear that against Man City you have it more often in the defense. We need on this position against these strong players in the Premier League a very good player in the 1-against-1, and it doesn't care if he's a left or right foot or played on the number 6 or somewhere else. When I have the feeling that he can help me in this position, he must play this for me when I have problems with injuries or something or suspended players. So this was good, and let's have a look how it works on the weekend.
Thank you very much.
Do you know the weather forecast for Saturday?
Not stormy, huh?
I'm just wondering if it's really raining, you might get flashbacks. The players might,
Yeah,
wobble.
it's rainy, it's stormy.
I think it's light.
Yeah, it's perfect. Then we can show a reaction. That's good. The storm is not blowing us away again.